don't know about the pink suit, you know.
I think it goes very well with your set, actually.
Yeah. I've just got to say, I am a huge Jimmy Hill fan. I think this guy is so cool because he takes shit from nobody. In my books, he is not Jimmy Hill, he is Jimmy Chill.
And who are your favourite football team growing up?
Man U.
Man United, Birmingham lad, one of the Birmingham
I'm
Reds.
not a Birmingham lad, I'm from Pinner.
Pinner?
Pinner, Middlesex, you know. There's nothing wrong with Pinner.
Of course, you were a student at Birmingham University. Now, you've been around in the business a long time now. When you look around now, what bands are there that remind you of the young Duran Duran?
Oh, it's well, it's scary. It's very scary. I see different things. I mean, we did Top of the Pops the other day, and there's a big pile of girls outside waiting for E17, and that kind of reminded me of what we were going through at a certain time.
Well, what do you think of them E17?
All right.
All right.
All right. All right.
Because, I mean, I was thinking about a band like Blur.
You're not going to get me to diss anybody.
No, I'm not trying to do that. I was just thinking about a band like Blur, because, I mean, you went to drama college, so did... what's his name? He was in the drama, wasn't he? Damon. And there is that kind of theatrical thing about the stage shows.
I guess so, yeah. Well, Blur have kind of got that kind of Englishness that we had as well, very much coming from the English stable, from, I mean, not to compare ourselves with, but definitely from the legacy left by the Rolling Stones and the Beatles.
But what about with Duran Duran? Because you were there, right? Biggest band of the 80s. He made loads and loads of money. He did kind of flaunt
it. And we spent it.
Yeah, well,
exactly. And now we haven't got any.
Exactly. I mean, how do you deal with that, Nick? Is it worse than never having had it?
Well, no. You just get yourself a lawyer, you know, and they'll eat most of it. Just call up like Potter, Outram and Peck, you know. That's that. Done. Gone.
What was your worst moment? Was it your yacht sinking and you thought, that's £1 million down the pan?
No. That's the last thing I was thinking about when the yacht turned upside down.
I cried for you then, by the way.
You didn't. You're such a liar.
What, do you think people could find a certain amount of glee in the fact that your £1 million yacht sunk?
Yes, I do think so, yeah.
The insurance company did.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, and fine, yeah.
Is there still that difference? Because, I mean, you know, you're still huge in the States, but is there still that difference between Britain and the States where we don't really seem to like people having success?
I don't think it's so much you don't like people having success here. We just take the piss out of people who've got success here.
And do you mind that?
No, I mean, you kind of set yourself up and, you know, you get shot at, don't you? If you can dodge it quick enough and fast enough, and we've actually been able to do it, you know.
But you were all young lads, weren't you, with loads of money. It was all sort of, you know, the wild party time, you know, the drugs, if we can bring that up. Yeah, I mean, do you actually regret having done that?
No, I don't at all, no. But then I'm not suggesting that anybody else goes and does it, you know. You've got one life, you do what you want to do, and at the end of the day you look back and you either think to yourself, I lived it, or you think, oh God, I could have done so much more. You know, at least we made a few mistakes early on. You know, got over them.
And you certainly did enough from the stories I've heard. We've got a photo there of Andy Warhol. He was his sort of art guru, who once said that he masturbated to Duran Duran videos. Nick. I mean, how did you respond to that when you heard about that?
Water in my vodka.
How did we respond? Well, we didn't really, you know. If that's what he wanted to do,
we sent him a box of Kleenex, what do you mean?
That's very nice. Well, at least all that money you spent on him wasn't wasted, was it there, Andy Warhol? There you are, the man who pulled the rug from under the arse and started wearing it on his head. No longer with us, by the way. Listen, I've got a brain like clockwork.
He's got script writers.
Script writers, oh, I wish. In fact, I was thinking of asking you to do the same thing. Now, you've got this album out, haven't you? Thank You.
Yeah.
Which is an album of cover versions. How did you choose the cover versions within the band? Were you all, like, scrapping with each other over which tracks to do?
Not really. I think they just kind of emerged, you know. We'd say, let's do a Doors song, and a couple of songs count. We tried them out and eventually ended up at Crystal Ship. You know, we would want to do a Sly and the Family Stone song. We started off trying to do If You Want Me to Stay, and it was a bit... didn't really work, so we tried another one.
Was there anything really naff suggested that you kind of kicked out? Somebody wanted.
No, but we did do a few that didn't really work, you know.
What was
some
the worst
songs
one?
you can't touch. I think Jeepster, actually, the T-Rex song, just
couldn't touch it. No. There's a line in it which goes, just like my car, you're pleasing to behold. I'll call you Jaguar, if I may be so bold.
Well, listen,
Poetry.
I look forward to hearing that particular album. However, one thing you didn't do